to show you the new case that I got for my iPad Pro, share my thoughts on it. This is the ZUGU case, and I got it for the 12.9-inch 2017 version. However, if you do have the newer iPad, the 2018 version, they do have a case for that specifically. But let me just say that I searched every single option on Amazon, and especially for the 12.9-inch, there aren't a lot of options there, and possibly because this is for the previous generation as well. However, this case I am absolutely loving, and I am pretty freaking picky. So I wanted a case that would, first of all, be able to stand on its own securely so that I can both watch videos on it, I can type on it, and then most importantly, it can support the weight of my hand when I'm drawing, because I do use my iPad primarily for art. The other thing is I wanted a case that would provide as much protection as possible, because I am a very clumsy person and my home has hard floors, and God forbid if I ever drop it, I would not want to crack the screen. I live in constant fear of that. But a lot of the cases out there are really bulky because of that, because they're trying to provide as much protection as possible. I don't think I needed quite that much because I'm not going to be traveling with this a lot. I just needed something that, I could carry around the house and would provide some protection if in the off chance I do end up dropping it. Because that's my third requirement, is I didn't want a border that really encroaches onto the screen of the iPad. The 2017 version does have this nice bezel around it to be able to, bevel, to be able to hold it pretty easily, and a lot of the bulkier cases encroach all the way over, covering the white area, and a lot of them are also raised really high, which when you're drawing, that can kind of impede where your hand goes, and so I wanted to have something that would be as minimal as possible while still providing good corner protection. So this case definitely does measure up on all counts, and I will show you more over in the unboxing. Hey guys, it's Jessie. Today I wanted to share the new case that I just got for my iPad Pro. You can see right here I have the second generation 2017 12.9-inch iPad Pro, and I wanted to get a case for it, and after tons of research I settled on the ZUGU case. I also got these pencil grips for the iPad pencil. These are by Fenty, so I'll be putting those on and sharing those with you as well. So I got this one in black, but on Amazon they also do have other colors, I think blue and red. So right in here, this is a really nice, almost like low plush velvet interior. Little story about the founder, that's cool. Silica gel. And here's where it goes. So right away I can feel that this is a pretty solid case. It's hard on both sides. Let's see how the iPad fits in it. So you can see that it has cutouts to match both the first and second generation iPad Pro. I believe what that's for, and then once I put it in here. One of the big reviews online was that one of the only complaints was that the rubber on the sides was too loose, but they may have updated it. And already it's feeling super secure. I'm actually not concerned with that at all. That's awesome. Now there is space up here to be able to access the power button. You can see it has cutouts for all of the spaces there. Overall, this is looking really good. I was really afraid that this would be too loose, but I appreciate that I can get it in and out without it totally flopping over. This is gonna be good. So one thing also is that I don't currently have a screen protector on here. I may get one in the future, and we'll see how that lines up with the corners, because that's another big thing that happens with a lot of cases, is that the case will actually push up the edges of the screen protector, and that will cause air bubbles and remove it over time, so hopefully this won't happen with that case, but I can do an updated video in the future if that happens. Okay, so let's check out how this stands. So one of the big things is that this is actually magnetic, which makes it a lot more stable as a stand. And as an artist, that was super important to me because I didn't want to have to get a separate stand, of course. So this should flip around towards the back. Then we have this that pulls out and has a bunch of different settings. So it does actually, it's a decently strong magnet. It sometimes lifts up and holds it. Yeah, there we go. Let's see what this is like. So it can't rest my full hand when it's on the lowest position. But when it's right here, 2 tabs on the third one right here, gentle pressing with a lot of weight, that is pretty strong. I am pretty happy with that. So this is the ZUGU case. It also has a slot right here for the Apple Pencil. And this is actually a really soft, what is this material? The only way I can describe it is this is almost like bathing suit material. It's not just a really hard elastic. This is actually fabric in here. So I love where this is stored, and I'm curious to see how it'll fit once I put the pencil case, the pencil holder onto it. But right now I'm liking this. I will say that it doesn't offer a lot of protection for the Apple Pencil, so I will probably end up getting a separate holder for the Apple Pencil anyway. But for just, you know, a quick trip to the coffee shop, that's actually pretty decent. So let's now do the Fenty pencil grip. Fenty, that's Fenty, not Fenty. Fenty is makeup. I got this one in mint green, however there are a couple other colors available. Instructions, I think this should be pretty straightforward. Oh, this makes a good point. Don't brace the cap up against a hard surface while you're trying to put it on because it could break the cap. That is great to know. And also don't put it in from the cap side because it could make the cap get stuck. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the larger one. I like that this is a 2-pack. I was going between the wider grip and the thinner grip as I was looking at all the different holders online, and for ergonomics, usually a wider grip is going to be a lot gentler on the hand and wrist, which is why I'm getting one to begin with. So we'll go ahead and start with that. So this should just slip on here. And that is that. So I've now had the case for about a week, and I can definitely say that it is measuring up in every way. The one thing is that the back here does not fit the pencil when I have a little grippy on it. You can see I can kind of put it in, and that's about as far as I can get it. And because of the angle, it is pushing the pencil out a little bit at a weird angle, and I definitely don't like that. I want to protect this because this is a miraculous piece of technology in itself, and I will say that it doesn't fit with the smaller grip either. Though this grip is excellent in its own right, it does fit on the pencil just fine. The other thing is that during the unboxing video, I showed where I placed my hands on it and it completely collapsed. That was a fluke. The reason why that happened was simply because I didn't have the magnet all the way into the grooves. So let me show you what I mean. On this stand here, if I turn it in profile, I don't know if you can see, the magnet stands out from this stand. And so that's actually what's going into the grooves. It's not just the end here. And so I can put it on the very last one, and I can press pretty hard. It does collapse eventually, but if you are trying to use your iPad like that, that's probably not a good idea. But when I'm drawing and having it down on the table in front of me, it has no problem staying up as I draw. Another thing is that weight-wise, it does add some heft to the iPad, but I personally really like that. It doesn't feel too heavy by any means. It's definitely like light enough to carry around. I can put it in a bag really easily. What it does is it makes it just feel a lot more secure. I don't feel like it's going to slip out of my hands or that it'll just kind of slide off the table because it's so light, because the iPad itself is pretty light. Instead, it just adds a little bit of grip and I'm able to carry it around no problem. The last thing is that this case is advertised as being able to actually hang on your refrigerator. I haven't tested that, and I probably won't test it because the thought of having it vertical at a 90-degree angle to the ground sounds absolutely terrifying, no matter how strong the magnet is. So that is the review. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. I will be happy to answer them and talk about any aspect of my experience. Just let me know what you'd like to know. And of course, I do have the links to both the case as well as to the Finty Apple Pencil grips down in the description below. So definitely check those out if you are interested. And that's that. Have a great day, guys.